Another one. You broke the tip. No. Why are you doing that? We have a door. With just about every project that we do on this bus, we think something is going to be really simple and then it ends up being really difficult. Or you take a task like installing a door and you're like, that's going to be difficult. It's going to be really simple. And well, that's what I'm hoping. Not that we've done it yet, so we don't know. But really what should be difficult tasks are the most simple. And then these easy things that we do in this bus, it's like, it takes weeks. It takes us weeks because something goes wrong or we did something wrong and we have to redo it. So I'm really hoping that this does not take very long and that the steps are simple and we can get it done before the sun goes down. We got it. Oh, shit.
Or
The first door off. Now that the door is off, we will be building a frame with pressure treated wood all around. And I think that the door should extend down below this last bus step. And it should fit perfectly where we don't have to build up the header above the door. So Lucas got the wrong size pressure treated wood and we need 2x4s. So now we have to go back to Home Depot, even though we just came from there. And we're racing daylight. We're doing pressure treated wood on both sides here at 1.5 inches to fit just this space before this lip. And we'll do the top afterwards. Like 81, it's cold in here. Now that door and the heater. This is the condition of our door and the frame. Obviously this frame cannot be used and it wouldn't even fit because it's too thin. But we will need these rubber things, wouldn't we? To keep it sealed and watertight. You want me to drop it down or something? Why are you doing that? Lucas! Hitting that metal piece right there. Do you see that? This little metal piece in here was keeping it from going in, the wood from going in. It's kind of like bulging out. So we're cutting 1/2 inch off. So really this will be 80.5 length all the way up. Still bulging out a little bit. What is it hitting? The plywood. That's better. No. Okay, that's good. 4 screws. So maybe like 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. Don't smoke that metal. I have shit all over me. Yes. So next step is putting the door in, right? And then we can figure out what's going on at the header. Yeah, but normal doors.
yeah, this is not a normal thing.
So you want to enter the door from this way?
Yes.
Why?
Because if anything were to happen, wind would pull this door right out.
Ah,
But if you put it this way,
yeah. You're so smart. I did not think like that. Really, you don't want wind pushing the door open and having it swing.
Right.
Because you're going to be moving forward. Yeah, okay. We have a slight issue with this gap here. I think let's hinge this on and then we'll recut our wood piece here to fill in that gap. But I think we should hinge it first so that we can make sure that gap is the right size that we recut. Check out our ghetto jack stand. Just pieces of wood to get that exact height that we need. Pretty sweet.
It needs. Whoa. Calm down.
Sorry. It needs to go up.
Like a hair.
Okay. I'm putting this one in. Right there.
So...
This is down a lot lower than we had it before. Will it even close? No, because it's hitting that metal. Let me get in here. I'm gonna tape measure. We need to move up 3/4 of an inch, I would say. Up. It closes. When the door closes, it's hitting that piece of wood that's down there, our plywood on the bottom step. So hopefully just trimming that will help. But now that I'm looking at it, we got a pretty big gap at the top.
That's totally...
It's gonna be like a big header at the top of the door. It's looking janky. So we need to just trim up this whole board. We need to figure out how to finish this step now. Like cover it with a sheet of metal, because you're seeing the insulation. It's been like this forever too. Not good. And then this is some tape to cover how rusty it was. This is janky. Don't copy that. That looks okay. Clearly see this gap between the door. 1 3/4 this width should be. That looks good to me. We're doing the pressure treated wood up top, and we want the gap to be the same size, about 1/4 inch, that we have on either side of the door. We'll want to measure it when the door is closed. Like 1.5. 32 3/8 by 1.5. That looks so good. We have a door, a better one. I cannot wait to not get like smacked back by the door again.
Okay. Here's the part.
Here's the part that takes us much longer than needed. Remember when I said that the easy things in this project take forever, something goes wrong, but then the hard things are super simple? So now the door handle, can't get these screws in. It's taken us like at least 40 minutes to figure this door handle out. A little embarrassing, but it's just how it goes. We got the door in. That's the part that really counts, but you do need a handle.
Vibe.
Vibes. Let's see, it took 3 trips to Home Depot all day and about an hour working on the doorknob, but it's done. It's so cool. We even just picked out our paint color, and it's like a charcoal gray, which I think will look really good in contrast with the greenish gray at the side of the bus. We're doing the weather stripping that goes all along the sides and the top. This red needs to go. Okay, it's the next day. Last night we installed that door and it was just getting too cold, so we couldn't really get any more work done outside. But today we've installed some metal sheets on this bottom step, really thin. I'm not sure what gauge metal this is, but we had it left over from another job we were doing on the bus, so we figured might as well use it here. We were able to fold the edges down easily, screw it in into the plywood and through the insulation, making sure that that top piece stays down and covers the insulation and plywood on this outside. On the bottom piece, we were able to screw into the metal step below and crease it, screw it in with metal tapping screws. That bottom step is very rusted, so this just kind of cleans it up. It doesn't really fix the root issue of rust underneath, where we definitely do worry about stepping through this bottom step and falling through. But for now, this cleans it up. We finished this off with stair edging, screwing through the plywood, making sure that our laminate flooring stays down. And since we do have some gaps on the door sill because we haven't put our weather stripping up, having this laminate floor down makes me feel a lot better if it rains until we get that weather stripping up. Now the door sits nicely right on top of this bottom metal piece. Today I am painting our whole door, the front and the back side, with this graphic charcoal color from Behr. It's a primer, and we are not doing an additional primer on this door. So hopefully this primer with the paint color works well and does not take me very long. And obviously it is winter here and it is very cold. I think The max temperature today is like 20 degrees. So this is not the best time to be painting outside, but I want to get this door painted. So I will be using my hairdryer to dry the paint so that it doesn't cause issues. I've never painted with a hairdryer before, so we're going to see if this works. That sucked. Just don't paint in the winter. Don't use a hairdryer. Do it in the summer.
Sprayed this max strength contact adhesive on to make the bond stronger with this stuff. This is like weather stripping, 1/4 of an inch. Peeled this off and it didn't stick, but then when I used this over here, this ain't going nowhere.
We finished the door off by adding weather stripping around the seams between the crack of the door and the pressure treated wood so that no weather, snow, rain, or air can leak through. And on the outside, we added PVC trim all the way around and painted it the same color that we painted the door to really clean it up, and it looks really good. The color makes this bus pop. On the inside of the door, we added 1x2 trim that covers the seam where the weather stripping is, so that if any air were to get in or leak out, it would have to go around a 45-degree angle, which would make it more difficult for this cold weather to come inside. Thank you so much for following along this week. Doing this door ourselves is a pretty big deal. I never thought that we could do it. I thought that we'd need to get some help for it. And it really wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. Yeah, we had our challenges, but it looks so much better than I thought. If you're building your door on your Skoolie and you reference this video for tips, please let me know. Send me pictures of what your door, your bus is looking like. I appreciate you all for following along and watching this journey. We are finishing this up. Next week's video is going to be of us adding finishing touches like painting, adding some little cabinets to touch everything up. Soon after that, we will be completed with the build. Keep following along, subscribe to the Nomadics, and please give a like. That really helps us out. I'll see you next week with some big bus updates.